I'm wearing a blanket on my head, and didn't have a problem with it until I pressed record, and now it's just I'm just very aware of the fact that I have a blanket on my head. Should I take it off? No. Molly, the person who talks about things. So this Types on Tuesday is going to be about not caring what people think, or on the other side, caring what they think. I think it's very easy to let other people influence you and other people's opinions influence your own opinions, but I do see value in having your own. So I'm working on a thing where I don't ask for external reassurance, and somebody commented on my New Year's resolution because they had a similar resolution, which was to not look outside as much and to look within. And that can be confusing when a lot of what you have found within has been from what you found outside of you. It's like, I wear earmuffs in the winter. And did I first wear earmuffs because I saw someone else? Or because I was gifted the earmuffs? Or did I actually wear them because I'm like, this won't make my hair messy and will also keep my ears warm and I think they're cute and I'm just gonna wear them forever and always? The answer is, usually for me, I'm first influenced and then later I'll justify it and be like, oh yeah, these are the best ever. And I'd like to more often choose a thing myself. I chose to put this blanket on my head, and I'm sticking to it because I'm cozy, and I shouldn't have to think so much about what people are going to think about that. If you're offended by this, I'm really sorry. Have you guys heard of Aubrey Plaza? She's an actress, and I was told a couple times that I reminded people of her, and then I ended up looking her up, and then I eventually watched Parks and Rec, the TV show that she's on. She kind of exudes this confidence, this coolness, like, I feel like she seems like she doesn't care what people think. She just kind of does her thing, is unapologetically her, and I think that's awesome. There's this interview of her with Ellen, and it's hilarious, and she seems to be making people feel uncomfortable, but it's just funny, and also it's cool because it's just her and she's not backing down. And usually when people feel awkward, or if you're seemingly awkward, you try to adjust and like be less awkward, but she really owns it, embraces it, and like enhances it, which I think is nice. It's I have a lot of respect for that. I have a lot of respect for people who own who they are. And the reason that I pick her out is, one, because people told me I reminded them of her, and two, because she's a more introverted character. Her personality is on the introverted side, and it's less common, I feel like, to see someone owning that than it is to see someone owning their extroverted side. I feel like a lot of times, at least in America, a lot of more gregarious personalities get rewarded more, especially in Hollywood, I'm sure, and in women. But I think it's cool that if you're not that way, if you are that way, great, but if you aren't that way, instead of trying to fight it and be that way, embrace your sort of quiet. A confident quiet is cool. A confident anything is cool. And even being confident in the tentativeness that you might have, that doesn't have to be the opposite of confident. Those two can coincide, I feel like, or coexist. Sorry, my camera kept dying. So the commonality between these people who told me I reminded them of Aubrey Plaza, they were people I did not like. And I think that's interesting because when I look back, why would I remind these three men of Aubrey Plaza. And I came up with a few reasons. Well, firstly, I was being sarcastic, but I was also not stepping back. I was not apologizing. I was not like seeing if they were okay with it, because they were strangers and because the stakes were low and I was never going to see them again, and it didn't matter, and I didn't care for them, so I didn't really care what they thought about me. And so I think it's cool that I seemed like her, because I think that she has this very bold nature, and sometimes I wish that I had more of that. But why do I just have it with people who don't like me? I think I do also get in certain moods where I'll own it more, or certain sort of performing states of mind. So a goal of mine is to kind of access that place where I'm just not stepping down and just being who I am, and thinking a little bit less about other people, which sounds like a not very nice goal, but I think that some people care too much and some people don't care enough. And while I do think it's cool to care, I think it's important to have your passions, or I think it's cool to like love something or to care about humanity, and I appreciate those qualities. But I also think it's cool to just let go after a certain point, to just say this is who I am and not ruminate and just let it be. And so it's all about finding balance, right? And I think it's a bit of it wavers, so it's like sometimes you might care more, care less, but all in all, I think I care a bit too much, and it can lead to sort of anxious thoughts that might be more detrimental to me than helpful. And so I'm gonna work on trying to let things go and just wear the blankie over my head and look within and have my own opinions, and stick to it. I have a lot of goals, but you know what I'm saying, like, really own it, because you can own your sort of quiet too. There are lots of extroverts owning it, and that's cool too, but it's more rewarded in our culture to be that way. And with that, I hope wherever you are, you kind of can find sort of a balance, and if you care too much, maybe letting some things go a bit, or if you don't care enough, maybe trying to learn to find some compassion for other people and how they might feel. But all in all, we can't just walk around worrying that we're going to make someone uncomfortable, because we don't know other people's reality. All we have is our perception, and if we take that too seriously, then are we even really enjoying our lives to as much as we can? I feel like Very Merry videos with my blanket, because she used to do the backdrop blanket. That would be a cool band, maybe, Backdrop Blanket. Shout out to Merry Videos, and I'm gonna do a Very Merry Videos sort of thing and show you my new boots. These boots are really cool, and I don't care what anyone has to say. I love them, and I'm excited.